Yo, so if you guys have been following along on this guy right here, you already know we've been doing a ton of work on it. And last week, we finally knocked out all the little stuff that was just really starting to annoy us. So, you're probably wondering, what's in all the boxes back there? And what else can we possibly do to this truck? On this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, we're going to show you. So I'm sure you guys know this by now, but this guy right here is my 1994 C1500 pickup. They call it the OBS. We've had some questions, all right? It stands for Old Body Style. I understand it's not the oldest and it may not make that much sense, but we digress, okay? So we scooped this thing up, I don't know, 9-10 months ago from my buddy Nick, and he had done everything we didn't want to do, which made it the perfect transaction, you know? He put on some cab corners, some rockers, and some other stuff like that, found some nice rust-free parts, and then sold it to us. We decided to keep pushing kind of with his vision. We got it roadworthy, and then we had some trouble passing inspection, but we finally got that done. And then we put it back in the shop after running around for a little while and decided to improve on the appearance. So we've been doing that quite a bit, inside and out. Then we rode around a little bit more. And as always happens when you get something done, you're going to find, your break-in time or whatever, things that kind of bother you, some little gripes come up, whatever. So we took care of those, and you would think we'd be done. But there's a saying in hot rodding, guys, they're never done. Even, I always still look at this as a newer vehicle, but unfortunately it's not true anymore. And even if it was, guys, it's never done. You're always going to find something, right? So we've been collecting some parts. You guys might know. That's kind of what's on the table over there. We got some boxes over here. We got some boxes all over, guys. There's a bunch, all right, in that region and that region. And well, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are for this truck, which is kind of funny because this truck kind of looks like it's done. It's looking pretty good. But like I said, they're never done. We want to get as close to done as possible. And I'm going to show you the first thing. Well, not the first thing, because we would have already had it done. We're going to show you some things, and I'm going to stop rambling, maybe. So you guys probably remember a couple videos ago, the kid come down here with his paintless dent kit and just went over the whole truck. He did an awesome job. The tailgate was absolutely terrible, and you can see the back of the truck is just looking good, right? He didn't stop there. Like I said, he went around the whole truck, right? And, okay, except for these two little glowing examples right here, it is looking good, right? So the back of the truck looks great. The side profile looks just beautiful. So I've been wanting to do something on the front here. Something that's been just kind of driving me bananas. And I know what you guys are all thinking. You got to get rid of the work truck grill. Nope, not happening. I actually like the work truck grill. I think it's true to the truck itself, which is why that WT badge is still on the back and not going nowhere. But this one it's a little worn out. If you look at the grill, right over, yeah, you can look up on it. It's sun-baked and whatnot, right? It was out of the junkyard, if you guys remember. These headlights are not my favorite, although you can see tomorrow with these things. The bumper has a rust hole in it. We're missing the valance. The plate's mounted incorrect. It's all almost there. So, in order to fix all that, we're going to make it all the way there. So, we got this guy right here. All right. We got one of these boxes over here. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. And then this big old box over here. I'm gonna get them all in one spot because this is all over the place. Oh, is that another grill? Wow. I guess we just collected stuff now. Anyways, we'll open this guy up, open another one's up, show you what we're gonna be doing. And man, she's just, God, I just love looking at her. The FXR next to it's a nice touch too. I gotta be honest. All right, guys, let me be the first to say it, but yeah, you gotta love getting parts from overseas, right? C10 pickup, 88 to 97. I think you know what's going on there. That's not exactly correct, but and I have no idea what a CV Baser is, but the good people at Taiwan made this bumper for us, sent it over to us, so we'll open it up and see what we're working with. One of these days, guys, probably not any day soon, but one of these days, I'm going to learn my freaking lesson. All right, guys, I'm going to break down the good, the bad, and the ugly about this. The good is rather short. This license plate bracket held up to the bumper should fit good. I wish it had the little clips in here to actually mount the license plate, but I guess I can go buy them. So there's that. This guy, again, looks like it'll fit. I'm thinking this here is for the tow hooks, and this is where the fog lights would be. I'd rather not see those. So there's that. And also no hardware of any kind. So yeah, that's the good, if you can believe that. The bad is this right in this region here. Yeah. Let me show you what this is supposed to be chrome. Can you? You're not supposed to see all the pores in chrome. It does look like it'll fit if I was actually willing to put this on my truck. I'm going to show you the bad. Well, this is the bad. Let me show you the ugly. So, here's the back side of it. This is supposed to be folded over and chrome as well. They really phoned in the chrome. Not as bad as they did here, though. They really phoned it in there. So, that's pretty sweet. And then this side here is, this is incredible that somebody actually sell this. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like. So we got the factory one on the truck where, you know, this actually is rounded and folds under nice and actually fits the truck. So my dilemma is, do I bolt that absolute shit onto the front of my truck, or do I just live with the one with the hole in it? That was at least, like somebody cared a little bit when they made it. This is one of those situations, guys, where I bought it in April, all right? And I planned on putting it on sooner, and I didn't, obviously. And I kept it in the box, as you guys saw. I didn't even open it up because I didn't want to jack it up. And I knew it was going to be sitting around the shop for a while. So I didn't look at it. If I did, I would have sent it right back. And, well, the last time I could have returned it was June. It's November. Nobody to blame but myself. And I bought it on Amazon, which is hit or miss. I get it. I didn't look at the reviews, which I should have. I didn't know. You guys know I don't know nothing about Amazon. I didn't realize they actually had the review section. I don't know how I missed that, but I mean, I should have probably known everybody does nowadays. Whole bunch of 1 stars telling me exactly what I'm telling you right now, had I taken the time to read it. And what's bad is some of the other places, I forget the names, but I'll put it like up here, where I got some parts with Suburban that were awesome. Had the hardware, they sold the whole kit, guys. The bumper, the valves, everything. And I actually would have saved money and not gotten trash. So I guess I'll call Ian and tell him to get it out of here because I'm tired of looking at it and just... I'm out $250. Awesome. All right, guys, enough sulking. Guess we'll control what we can control and go ahead and paint this bumper. I got everything to do that, so we'll pull this off before I run out of good weather and daylight because it's actually beautiful out there. Maybe I should open the door. Yeah, let's do that. All right, guys, as usual, time has got the better of me, right? We lost daylight, but it's not a big deal. We got everything done we wanted to get done outside. We had to stop, run to the store, and grab some paint and some hardware, but we're back, and, well, we've been back. Let me show you what we're working on. Give you a little progress report. All right, we've kind of been all over the place, so we're going to start at the front, work our way back. We pulled off the makeshift license plate bracket, and we actually got some hardware for the other one when we went to the store. And as you saw, we started painting here. And guys, on camera, it looks pretty awesome. To be honest with you, it looks about, exactly the same in person. Obviously, you see the little triangle spot on the back, but I think I can fade the bottom in. This is only 2 coats and 2 misting coats. I think it's a work truck. We just wanted to look clean. I think that's going to work. So here's the hardware we got. These little push-in guys and some screws so we can properly mount the license plate. We found some hardware to clean it up and gave the old coral treatment for a little rust protection. So that'll work there. We got here, this is the broken one, or makeshift and broken. So this thing, yep. And I was gonna pull off the reflector and pull off the bow tie, but let me see if I can show you the back of this guy. This was in a junkyard, if you guys remember, and plastic, brittle stuff. Didn't want to break it, so we gave it a real nice tape job, and we went over it with the matte black. I only had a half a can or so that's why I had to go I grabbed 2 more. And I drove right past the store on the way home from work today. Why didn't I just grab it then, right? Be prepared, guys. I was not, but luckily, the matte black, it's perfect. It's what I've used for all the black accents on this guy already. And I've use that paint. Where can you tell? Like right there, right there, right there. And guys, I am not mad about it at all. We're going to keep going with some paint correction, some touch-up stuff, all that kind of thing. But we're not going to put this guy on until tomorrow. We want it to dry real good. I don't want to nick it up. But there's a little more stuff we could do in the front. So I guess we'll go work on that. All right, guys, starting in the front again. And right away, I'm sure you can see what we did. We got the bracket on, put the plate on. She's all good to go. And we cleaned up the whole behind the grill area, like all this region right here. I figured, you know, we got that nice new painted grill. We don't want to look through it and see a rusty radiator and core support. So we just gave it a little and she's looking good as new. We continued to work on the door. And guys, right? That stuff is awesome. I think it's from the same company what the kid found for the paint pen, so the color just nails it. However, I didn't know when to leave well enough alone. And as I get closer, you're going to see it, because I see it, and it's making me nuts. Yeah, we got a couple little runs there. It wasn't 100% my fault. The paint can ran out and kind of, you know, did a little spit thing, and that's what happened. So it is what it is. It definitely looks better than it did, right? It blends now at least. So we gotta order more paint, and well, that's where that's at. We unmasked. That's hard to say. This guy here, and I think this is going to be a very nice addition. I really wanted to. The gray grill just wasn't working for me. There's no gray on the truck. There's an awful lot of black trim, so I think that's going to nail it. And we continued over here and blended what we could. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it real well on camera. I see it. But the cab corners are definitely darker. And I know we're going to blend those two. I just ran out of paint, guys. So paint correction is done for now for a number of reasons. But, yeah, what do you think? I say a number of reasons for a number of reasons. First off, I ain't got no paint left. All right, so that's how that goes. The other thing is, it's November. It was 71 degrees today. Tomorrow it's going to be like 45, and by the end of the week it's going to be like 30 something. So we're not going to be doing any spray paint. Even spray paint will not cure right, and it will just make things worse. And we've already done that, so let's not continue that, right? What else we got? I have another excuse. That's it. Those two are pretty good, I think. Guys, I'm loving the way this thing's coming out. We're not going to put the valance on right now because I don't have the hardware, right? So but we will. Tomorrow, it says November. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So I don't think I'll be getting hardware tomorrow. But maybe I get like a really smoking deal on some Black Friday hardware. That'll be, I don't know. It's not very expensive anyways. But I don't think I have enough matching stuff in my Pre-X over there. So I'll probably just go grab some. I need 11 nuts, bolts, and washers for the valance. And what we're going to do, because that guy sucks, we obviously I put the bracket on the old stock bumper that has some rust on it. And I'm going to put the grill back on when it's all cured up, and we're going to put that valance on, and I'm going to do some research, guys, because I didn't do that before, and it screwed me. So I will be getting a new bumper. It's just a matter of when, where, and how much this mistake is going to set me back. But that's it for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm going to help Megan take care of some stuff at the house. And I will see you guys Friday-ish. All right, guys. It's been a couple of days. So Friday-ish has now turned into Sunday-ish. But, like I said, it was Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had a great holiday. I did, so wish the same to you. I know it's probably, by the time you see this video, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but there's still no reason to not wish somebody well, all right? Friday, I don't know. I don't know if Megan, poisoned me. Me and the kid were both down for the count, and just, not sick, just, didn't do, I slept all day, all right? And it's pretty lazy, but what's done is done, all right? Then we had to do some homeowner stuff, leaves and setting up the outdoor decorations, all that for Christmas coming up, all right? So you got to make sure you're ready for that. It always creeps up on me, so hopefully this year I freaking nail it. I guess we'll find out. We went and bought some hardware to mount the valance. Then afterwards, as I was doing research for the bumper, I found out that I had about 65 or 70 clips that will work, because this valance over here, this guy, doesn't get bolted in. It uses, like everything nowadays, clips. And that's why, even though I understand this thing's a 94, it's 32 years old, but the fact that plastic clips hold the front valance to the bumper tells me it's a newer vehicle. So I stand by that. This is clearly now cured, but I'm going to tell you what, guys. If you notice the other day, I was out here in a t-shirt with the door open, it was 70-something degrees, and now we got the heater going because, winter is knocking, it's ready to come in, So luckily we did the paint, even though it was just spray paint. Temperature is a thing, and yeah, let's not dwell on that. What I'm gonna do is, get the front end ready to put back together, and see what you guys think of some of the stuff in the boxes over there. All right, guys, the good news is the boxes are lessening, or becoming lesser. There's less of them. That's probably the right way to say that. I mentioned that, after we clean this all up, we threw the bracket on. By the way, guys, you can't make this up either. The frickin' license plate doesn't fit in there. You notice it's it's must have been another eBay find. We're going to talk about that on Tuesday, so we're not going to dwell on that either. But we shot this for some paint, just cleaned it up real good. I mentioned these lights, even though you can see tomorrow they're really bright. Not my thing. So, what do you think's in the box?
What's in the box?
If you said LED lights that look like normal headlights, you freaking nailed it, dude. So that's what we got here. It's just looks like your regular light. Here's the bulb that goes in each one of them, and of course a little wiring thing to make it all work. Should be a pretty easy install, guys. I mean, these installed easily, so why not? And don't worry, they're not going to waste. You'll see them on an upcoming project here at Pugliese Speed Shop. Oh man, really? You got her. Guys, I don't think there's any question as to which one of these looks better. Now, I mean, they both put off great light, and if you're into the, other than traditional look, go with that guy. It's cheaper, and it does a great job. This one is just so clean looking. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to have to reposition it because I noticed when I put it in, that one is straight. This one is obviously angled up, and I'm not really sure why, but not a huge deal. We'll fix that. I'm thinking it has something to do. Did it go all the way in down there? Yeah, it went all the way in. Nah, it's just how it is. This one has that part that sticks out in the back. And if you look at this guy, the older ones here, these ones I just took off, it's flat. So it can kind of move around in there a little bit. Once it found its spot, it didn't move anymore. So that's good. But, yeah, we're happy to say goodbye to those. And hello, beautiful. Guys, I was like 99% sure that I hadn't messed with those lights at all before. I thought I just bolted them in, and I kind of guessed as far as the alignment and nailed it. Either that or when they did inspection, maybe they fixed it, which is actually that theory makes a little more sense because they're dead on and yeah. But if I had them all the way out of the buckets before, clearly I would have taken care of it. You saw I cleaned them out and painted them, and first we had a vacuum. There was so much crap in there, but it's all about that little stuff, guys. Just like same thing I did with the hardware. I hit all the hardware up on the, ran it through a wire wheel, and then spray some coil on it, keep it, from corroding again. It's just, sometimes I paint it depending on where I'm putting it or what I want it to look like. This is the little stuff that will pay dividends later. Kind of like the van. Do you guys remember the van? So we let old Wade go crazy with the saw. But I still got some parts left over there. And it continues to provide. So when I took the headlight out, I needed a couple different tips on that screwdriver because there was a couple different screws. There was a star tip, a Phillips, a different Phillips. I was like, what are we doing, right? So I went through our little bag of OBS stuff and just stuff we found in it and from parts we've taken off, all that kind of stuff. I didn't have anything that would work. Then I remembered this guy right here. Kevin was going to smash it out because he was afraid I was going to use the headlight. And come on. I'm not that much of a hack, but took the right screws out of this, ran them through the wire wheel, and now you can go ahead and take your headlight out, adjust your headlight, whatever you got to do with one tool instead of three. So it's all about the little things, guys. Guys, this is really starting to pay off. I pulled this off of the what's the other one? Not the driver, the other guy. The passenger side. Yeah, starboard side. We, two down here. Oh man, only one up here because it's clearly been broken off, right? Well, here's the one I took from the van, and One's broken off. Here's the other one that's full of water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, like I just said, this is why we hold on to stuff. Now, guys, I knew there was going to be a difference. I honestly didn't think it was going to be this much of a difference. I mean, having the plate in the right spot, the proper headlights, that grill, it just accentuates the bow tie. I mean, if I had a bumper that was worth a damn, I tell you what, we'd be dangerous around here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am loving it. This is why I love the work truck grill, because, I mean, yeah, you can paint the Silverado one, but it doesn't make this much of a difference. Not to me, anyways. But we're not done. Clearly, we got to put something in right here and right there. And I know you guys don't think I'm putting these guys in. They're not in terrible shape, but they're a little, I can't get them any cleaner. What do you think's in these boxes? I know, you guys probably thought I was going LED. I'll explain to you why I didn't in a minute, but look at the difference, guys. So they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. With that being said, I don't think I have to explain at all why I didn't go LED. I think you can just look at that and tell me it's super clean, stock looking, but maybe someone messed with it a little bit. Right? I absolutely love it, guys. Totally nailed the look I was going for. And I'm going to tell you what, if me and old Wade didn't go to that junkyard that day, I wouldn't have this perfect front end. That annoying sound is why you're looking at this beautiful hue of amber right now. Still the annoying sound, but I'm hoping it shows up on camera. We got rid of the blue hue, and it's just bright white. You know, the way God intended. Yeah, because God's making LEDs now, guys. You didn't know that? Oh, forget about it. Yo, we have definitely had more than our fair share of ups and downs in this episode. It's been just a roller coaster of emotions, but in the end, we nailed it. I did not get the valance put on, and that is because the clips that they said to put them on with are about as useless as the bumper that I got over there. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to the house and get the bolts and put them on to put it together. But once I get to the house, guys, you know I'm not coming back because it's getting late. It's Sunday night, and guys, I'm about hungry as a hostage. I'm gonna tell you what. So we're gonna call it for the episode, and I wanted to get a lot more done. I always want to get a lot more done, but sometimes things just fight us, you know. We nailed the timing to get that stuff painted, and I was really hoping that this would be a little better. If you squint, it's mint, right? Right in there. It's actually not that bad, but we can do better. The problem with that is we got to wait for the weather to come back around. So honestly, guys, it might sit like that till spring, till we can actually wet sand it and hopefully get it blended better. As for this piece of, right there, we're going to talk about that on Tuesday, along with a couple other mistakes I might have made on this build. But there's very few things I would change, guys. I absolutely love this thing. We got a little bit left to do, and it's just, as usual, time management. Honestly, I don't know if it's 100% time management fault. It weighs in there, don't get me wrong. But we had to fight a couple things, and we might have made a couple bad decisions, and well, they kind of escalated. But the truck looks a million times better than when we started this episode, so that's pretty dope. And I'm super happy. That's really all that matters. I mean, at the end of the day, right? That's where we're gonna end it, guys. You know what they say? If you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. And sometimes that work is trying to play meteorologist and figure out where you can shoot a little spray paint. And well, know when when good enough is good enough, and know when to order your parts. So we'll talk about that on Tuesday. Thanks for watching, guys.